Hey, what's happening? Tim with Nomad Trading. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while since I've done really anything on the channel. I've been slacking on the YouTube channel. Sorry about that. Just been busy doing other stuff, and I've been trading and whatnot. And yeah, the YouTube's been put on the back burner, so I apologize. I thought I'd jump on here and kind of talk about today's stocks a little bit, and just kind of be on here in case anybody has any questions. Any of my subscribers, we crossed over 3,000 subscribers, so that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys so much for that. Pretty cool. I suppose I should do a little bit more with my channel since we've got over 3,000 subs. That's a big milestone for me because my hometown, where I came from, where I grew up, only had 3,005 people in the whole town. So we've officially got more subscribers on my YouTube channel than there are in my entire hometown where I grew up. So pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see what was moving and grooving today. Some of the hotter stocks. And we'll pull them up and look. I was looking at CHWY because this was moving after hours. As you can see, we've jumped from 80 bucks up to about 88. So that thing's kind of moving after hours. On the daily chart down here, we can see that we're getting past possible resistance. So this could be one that, you know, maybe we'll see it continue up tomorrow. Just have to wait and see. It's moving up on fourth quarter profit. Kind of a little bit more expensive for a lot of newer traders, but anyway, thought I was kind of looking at it anyway. Let's see what else. I traded Tesla today. If you jump on here, by the way, before I forget, if you jump on here and you're watching this, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're interested, I've started doing some one-on-one educational stuff. So, you know, I'm not some amazing trading guru who makes tons of money like Ross with Warrior Trading or some of those guys, but I do know what it takes as far as you know, if you're just getting started trading, I can help you get started. I can help you set up your trading platforms and figure out how to use stops and how to place trades and basic support and resistance and things like that. So if you're interested in that, hit me up. You can email me at nomadtradinglife@gmail.com, or you can hit me up in the comments on any of my videos and I will see it. I've been doing 50 bucks an hour for just one-on-one time, and I've started doing that because there's been some interest in that. I've done several of them already, and I remember whenever I first got started trading, I didn't even know how to place a trade. Of course, there's a lot more YouTube videos now than what there was then, but still, I remember just trying to figure out how to place trades and how to get started actually trading was a task in and of itself. And I remember thinking, you know, if somebody would just sit down with me for an hour, I feel like I would get leaps and bounds ahead of where I'm at without having to search through hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos. So if that's you, if you're just starting out and you just want to get kind of a little bit of a step up in the right direction towards just being able to trade, hit me up. We can do a $50 an hour Zoom session where I can share my screen and answer any questions you have and talk about whatever you want to talk about. So anyway, if you're interested in that, let me know. I think it's an interesting thing for somebody that's just getting started to be able to use that as a tool to get ahead versus watching hundreds and hundreds of hours of YouTube videos just trying to figure out how to place trades. So anyway, Tesla was moving big today. I traded it a few times. Look at this thing down here under 600 and then now all the way up at 636. So that was a pretty good mover today. Nice range on that. I've been day trading Tesla a lot. And you can see, I'll show you kind of my thing here, breaking some stuff down. Let's see here. I'll put a what's up in the chat for anybody who's stopping by. Like I said, if you don't mind hitting the like and saying what's up in the chat, that would help the old YouTube algorithm. Just gonna stay in here for a little while. I feel like I've neglected my subscribers by not being in here as much live and not doing as many videos lately, so I want to get back into it, so I thought I'd be on here. So if anybody's got any questions or wants to chat a little bit, hit me up over there in the chat. So here you can kind of see some of my thinking. There's a ton of lines on here. And you know, if you're just getting started, it probably looks like insanity. And even if you're not just getting started, it's kind of insanity. But I was kind of drawing out lines because you see the same things repeating over and over and over and over again. Basically, bull flags or bull pennants and bear flags or bear pennants. So I was just kind of drawing it because I knew I was going to do this live session here later on today, and I thought it'd be interesting to kind of show you how over and over and over again the same stuff repeats. So like right here you got a bear flag, so it comes down the pole, and then you got your flag, and then it breaks out down farther. So you got another pole, and then it consolidates. Then you can see it has a reversal here, so it starts to continue down, but then it gets rejected, comes back up. So then you stop out. Then it kind of reverses, so then you got a bull flag, so you use your pole, consolidation, another pole, consolidation, then it continues down, so at that point you would have stopped out, and then it shoots back up again, and you get the same thing, bull flag, here's your pole, consolidation for the flag, another pole, consolidation, another pole, consolidation, and this one goes a little bit longer. So it didn't really break down though, so probably would not have stopped out on that because it didn't break down. It just took a little longer to consolidate before it broke out. So it broke out again. Here's your flag again. Starts to break out. Now this is what we would call a fake out or a bull trap, whatever you want to call it, because it breaks out and then it immediately slams back down and gets rejected and stops people out. So then it looks like it could reverse because you got kind of a bear flag, but then again it reverses, goes back up, and you got another bull pennant, bull flag, then it comes on the downside, reverses. So anyway, the point is you just see the same things over and over and over again. So if you start to recognize these things, then you can start learning to trade them. This is basically what I do. I don't draw all this crap on the screen all the time, but just for illustrative purposes, if you're scalping, you can do something like this where, you know, every time it breaks out of that consolidation, out of that flag, you go long, and then you set your stop, and if it, you know, gets rejected like there, you stop out. If not, then you just look for your profit taking spots. Then whenever it eventually reverses like it does here, then you're looking on the short side. So I was shorting this over in my CMEG account. Once it broke over and we're kind of on the back side of the move, then I'm looking to go short as we have this move and the flag consolidation, another move down, and then you got your flag, another move down. So basically every time it's making that move past out of the consolidation, that's where I'm going short. And then I'm just looking for the bottoming action to cover, and then watching to see if it's going to reverse or if it's going to continue down. So, and then as you can see, you know, smaller and smaller moves as it eventually starts to bottom and curl back up. You get the point. So anyway, it's one way of scalping, is just kind of seeing the same little patterns over and over and over and over again throughout the day on different time frames. This is a 1 minute chart of today of Tesla. So thought it was just a good example to illustrate all the different times that you see the same things repeating to the bull side or to the bear side over and over and over again. Anyway, what's up, Jay Dubman? So, okay. Oh, let's see what else we got here. I saw one was kind of brutal from last night. My heart was kind of going out to the people that were probably holding this SEAC change from yesterday. This thing was running like crazy after hours, and then of course they come out with an offering. So if you happen to be holding that overnight and you were buying it up after hours, hoping for a gap up the next day, and you know they hit you with the secondary offering and a big gap down. So I felt kind of bad for the folks that were probably buying this after hours yesterday and got hit with that brutal gap down, and of course it never did come back. It tried to have a little pop at the open, but then ultimately failed and came down. So I'm sure there's quite a few people that unfortunately were buying this up in here, or even into the close yesterday, that never got the chance to get out. And I'll be surprised if they even get the chance to get out. We'll see. Maybe in the coming days it will curl up, but the chart is not very great on the daily. This down here is the daily chart. It doesn't look great as far as for continuation. It's already broke past these support areas and it's down here. So maybe it stays above 140, ends up curling. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully for people that are trapped, it does. But anyway, it's just one that jumped out at me. The dangers of holding overnight when they hit you with the secondary offering. Gotta love that. Been on the wrong side of that a number of times. How's it going, Everblades? Let's see. You taught me how to start trading back when you started your YouTube channel. I paper traded a few months, then deposit 2,500 in November. It's now 7,200. That's awesome. That's great to hear. So glad I can help with your trading journey, Everblades 66. That is awesome. I love whenever I hear that I played a part in somebody getting going and trading and being successful. That's awesome. I've actually had pretty crappy luck the last couple of weeks. It's been a little bit slower, and I've been trying to force trades and just haven't had too many amazing days like today, making 120 bucks, which is, you know, nothing basically. I mean, it's something, but much rather make 500 bucks or 1,000 bucks. Had several down days. The market's been kind of rough, up and down following the bond yield. I've talked about that, I think, in other videos in the past, but the market's been tracking pretty close to that 10-year bond, treasury bond yield. So it's kind of annoying. The inflation fears and worries have kept the market from really flying, in my opinion. So haven't seen as many crazy movers as we would like. What else was moving today? Let's see. We had VTSI, I think was the big one. Oh man, selling off big. I didn't even realize it was selling off like that into the close and after hours. That's rough for anybody. It's down almost $3 a share if you were buying it up here. This would be a good example of a bull trap or a fake out. Anybody that was buying it up here for the break of 10 for the high of day break, thinking it was gonna head up higher into the close, and instead it kind of gets stuffed around 10 bucks and then nothing but down from there, almost $3 a share. So that's kind of brutal. Hopefully it finds some support down in this range here where it did previously, for any of you that are stuck in it. Went red on the day even. Wow, not ideal. I don't know if there was news. What was the news that got this thing going? Fourth quarter results, so earnings. Okay, another earnings play. That was the one that everybody was kind of in, 164 million shares, so it had big volume, and it was kind of breaking out above anything in recent days. So that's kind of the play of the day, but pretty choppy as far as, you know, it got halted on the way up, but then it ended up selling right back down. Tried again and then sold back down all the way to VWAP. So pretty choppy, difficult stock to trade. Not as clean as you would like to see, especially as a scalper. What else did we got? Let's see. HPR. Another one that sold all the way back down. So looks like we had, I remember watching this as it got rejected, the triple top there. Kept getting rejected up in that 850 area. And I remember thinking, you know, I'm not going to chase this up here because I'll bet you that as it gets basically a triple top on the 1 minute chart, I'll bet it gets rejected and then slams back down. And sure enough, farther than I thought. I thought it would maybe hold up here in the 7s, but all the way back down under 550 right now. That's pretty brutal if you were somebody that was buying that up there. But, you know, it's only got 12 million shares traded today, so not too many people probably trapped in that. CSCW was another one that had huge volume. 225 million shares traded on this one, but not a ton of opportunity. It was under VWAP all day, which is not what I like to see when I'm going long. Ideally, I would like to see it above VWAP, especially with that kind of volume, but it wasn't. So big red candle on the day, opened up and then pretty much just faded all day. It tried to break out, you know, when right out of the gate when the market opened. It tried to get up there, but it would have trapped you if you tried to buy that pre-market break up here around 258 or so. It would have trapped you and then sold off. That's why it's so dangerous to trade right at market open. And a lot of times I will sit out the first few minutes at market open because of that. I mean, so many times I can't count the number of times that I have tried to buy a breakout past the pre-market high or something like that right at market open within the first couple minutes, and then it just immediately gets stuffed and sells off and then never comes back. A lot of times it depends on the market. I wonder what the market did right out of open. I wonder if it did that. Let's see, it would have been right here. So yeah, basically that's what the market did. It tried to spike at the open and then immediately sold right back off and came down. So probably a victim of the market stuffing it. Just like, you know, 3 out of 4 stocks follow the market. And again, that's what you had here. The market tried to take off, but immediately sold right back down, and it took probably almost everything with it at that point, unfortunately. VVPR, let's see what that VVPR was doing. I think I looked at that earlier. Yeah, that one closed up fairly nicely. It's hanging around up here, so that one could be one to watch possibly tomorrow. Looks like it's kind of broke out. Let's see where we're at as far as resistance goes on the daily. So yeah, not too bad. We got possible 1150 or so resistance, which looks like it's where pretty close to where it topped out today, but had a decent close. It's still holding that overall uptrend and hanging around after hours, so that's one to watch maybe for continuation tomorrow. Only 6 million shares traded on the day though, so not big volume by any means. Maybe it can get some volume tomorrow and make a continuation move. We'll see. But as far as the daily goes anyway, kind of coming up there. Got to watch out because it could almost be somewhat of a head and shoulders if you consider this to be kind of a shoulder and this the head. So something to watch there as well. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe it continues. I'm just kind of going over the ones that were up a decent percentage today. This one up 33% as of now. on the day. Pretty good. Got a few watchers in here. Like I said, I'm just going to do this for a few minutes in case there's anybody wants to reach out. I feel bad. Like I said, I feel bad. I haven't been on here near as much live like I need to be. But I do appreciate each and every one of you guys, all my subscribers. So I wanted to get on here and say what's up and kind of talk about the hot stocks. What else did we have to, let's see. GME was kind of moving again today. Let's see what we had with old GME. I think it went over 200 again today. It did. Only 16 million, almost 17 million shares traded today. This one I don't typically trade. I haven't been touching it because it's just such a wild card. The thing's all over the place. But today it actually presented a few opportunities. If you drew your trend line there, it kind of pulled back to that and then took off, pulled back again, took off. So maybe you could have traded that as it climbed up fairly steadily right there before ultimately failing back. But it did go all the way to 200. Another one that would have trapped you if you tried to buy the high of daybreak. And another one, like I just said, probably a victim of the market opening and immediately spiking and selling back down. As you can see, happened with GameStop as well. 3 out of 4 stocks, probably more than that, actually follow the market. So unfortunately, you see this a lot. If the market sells off right away at the beginning, it will kill a bunch of the moves that we thought we might have going. So unfortunately, that was probably the case with this one as well. It did curl back up, but ultimately failed. Still hanging. I can't say, you know, I am surprised that this is still hanging around here. Still hanging around the $200 range. I mean, that is pretty shocking, honestly. The stock is not worth anywhere near that, let's be honest. So the fact that it's still hanging around there is crazy. Maybe it does keep going up. You never know. I a long time ago gave up on trying to predict what GameStop would do. This thing is just crazy. If you think it's dead, you know, down here, fades all the way down here under $50 from over 500 to under 50. And then out of nowhere, spikes all the way back and gets all the way back to 350. I mean, that's just crazy. And imagine if you were somebody that was bag holding from up here and it goes all the way down here. First of all, I can't imagine holding that entire time. But there are people that did it, because I know several people I've seen in the chats that held this thing all the way from up here in the multiple hundreds down under 50 bucks. And then held it all the way back up here thinking it was going to 2,000. People kept saying it was going to 2,000. And, you know, maybe it will. I mean, who knows? It is still hanging around 200, but it doesn't make any logical sense for it to go to 2,000. And I know several people are holding that held through that giant dip and are still holding, did not get out even when they had the chance here and are still holding it, believing it will go up. So who knows? There was a time I would have said that it could not go to over $500, and it did that. So, I mean, it's anybody's guess. That's why I do not typically trade it. It's just insanity. Zoom out a little bit on it. It does have a history of these big spikes. I mean, down here in the 170s, then spikes up to 194. Today hits a low down here in the 180s, then back over 200. So it's definitely a mover. Just hard to predict. Thanks for the likes, those of you that have hit the like button. I appreciate that. Awesome. What else we got? Anything else exciting today? Let's see. Anything moving after hours? If anybody sees anything after hours moving. I'm kind of trying to look and see what I see. Anything moving big after hours? Not seeing a whole lot. It's kind of a slower day, like I said. Looks like Mara is moving a little bit after hours. MARA. Marathon Digital Holdings. Nothing too exciting that I see there. I mean, it's at a nice day, but as far as right now goes, not something I'm looking to buy at the moment. Could very well fade back down. Could curl up, but could fade back down. So nothing I really like at the moment. Maybe over 44.15 or so, I might think about, if it can continue to curl up. But on the daily chart, we do got that several areas of possible resistance around 45 and 46. So yeah, not that exciting on the daily or the smaller time frames. What else we got? Let's see. ASO is up a bit. Nope. Again, pretty choppy. And the daily chart, not that exciting. No. That's a no. How's my Chewy doing? It's a little higher priced, but still hanging around up there. That's pretty cool. Maybe that one we'll see some continuation tomorrow. Again, it's getting near these areas of possible resistance. So can it break out past that? Maybe continue up. We'll see. It is hanging around nicely up in the 87 range. It didn't come right back down. So that's a good sign for that. We'll see what it can do. Maybe that's one to watch. Oh, but I don't really see a whole lot other than that. There's just not a lot of exciting things going on. Today's kind of a boring day. It was kind of a boring day, which is probably why I ended up trading Tesla a lot today between the two accounts. Just day trading that. Do I short stocks? Rob says, yes, I do. I do when I can find shares at my couple of brokers. Typically, I will short in my CMEG account. It's the main reason I have my CMEG account. I have my E-Trade accounts, and then I have my CMEG account, which I typically short in. It seems like they have shares to short more often than E-Trade does. So typically, that is where I short. To answer that question, and I do both. I long and short. I'm trying to get better at both. Trying to get better at playing both sides. Ideally, a trader can get good at going long when it makes sense, and then switching the bias and going short as it turns the corner. So I'm trying to get better at that. I feel actually more comfortable, like from an emotional standpoint, I feel typically more comfortable on the short side for whatever reason. I think people are kind of naturally biased emotionally towards longs or shorts a lot of the time. And for me anyway, I feel more nervous when I'm long. It just feels like the stock can drop at any moment. And for whatever reason, I feel more comfortable when I short. I also like the idea of defined risk on shorts. A lot of the time you can short into resistance near the high of day or things like that, or just under VWAP. And for some reason that feels comfortable to me to have a pretty defined risk on the short side. Let's see. I've been doing this for 30 minutes. Wow, time flies. Time absolutely flies when I go live on here. It's crazy. I see all these people going live all the time now on YouTube. Maybe I need to be streaming live all the time like all these other guys. A lot of them aren't even trading. They're just streaming live and talking about the market all day. So that's easy enough. Make money from the old YouTube revenue doing that. But I find it difficult to trade and live stream. I'm not an amazing trader, so I feel like it takes most of my concentration, and then when I attempt to talk on top of that and explain what I'm doing and all that, I end up missing a lot of the moves or not getting out when I need to, and my trading suffers because like I said, I struggle enough to stay profitable as it is. That's where I'm at with my trading journey anyway, is just trying to stay profitable and consistent is hard enough without throwing the pressure of doing it live on YouTube and talking and explaining and doing that as I go. But I hope to get good enough one day where I can do it a little bit more like Ross, where it just is second nature to trade and talk and do it all as he goes. Do I like CMEG these days? I do. Their commissions and fees just add up. So, yeah. They have their pros and cons. I know I've talked about it in my video. If you've seen that, you can see me talk about what I think are the pros and cons of CMEG. But basically what it comes down to is they have more shares to short, so it's better for shorting than my E-Trade brokerage. And as far as glitching, I need to make a video about this. I haven't made a video about this yet, but I really need to. E-Trade has actually cost me like $600 in the last month just with their platform glitching. And I've called their customer service, I've filed the complaint things and had it investigated, but ultimately they never give you your money back, the money that they cost you. I mean, no broker ever credits you back, or at least not to my knowledge. They just give you the whole, sorry about that type of spiel. But anyway, yeah, E-Trade has actually cost me over $600 just with their platform having issues while I'm trying to trade in the last month. Just that alone, thrown away $600. So naturally I have called and chewed them out and done everything I can do, and they don't care. But anyway, CMEG I have not had that problem with. So as far as the pros with CMEG, their platform doesn't glitch, or at least not on my computer anyway. I run CMEG side by side with E-Trade Pro, and E-Trade Pro glitches all the time. I mean, all the time, not all the time, but probably once every couple of days at least, and it's just a matter of if it costs me money or not. And I'm really seriously considering moving my money to a different brokerage because of how much it's cost me recently. I didn't used to have that problem with E-Trade. It was a very rare thing for it to glitch, and I've always been a big fan of E-Trade, and it's a pain in the butt to change brokers and switch your money around. But that being said, recently their platform just sucks. I run it side by side with CMEG, and CMEG will run perfectly. I can get in and out of trades. I have no issues, so that tells me it's not my internet connection. But with E-Trade, not the case at all. It'll sit there and I'll place a trade, and it'll not execute the trade, even though I'm hitting the bid, or it should be executing the trade, but it doesn't. And then it'll pop up. Eventually, I'll get this weird message, or the stock will be moving against me, so I'll try to cancel it and get out of it. These are just different scenarios that have happened to me where it doesn't place the trade for a considerable amount of time. I'm talking not like a second. I'm talking like 30 seconds to a minute of it sitting there not executing. And then I go to cancel it because the stock's moving against me and I'm trying to scalp. So I'm just like, okay, abandon that, cancel it. So then it'll say that there's no orders to cancel. So I'm like, what the heck? So then I'll look, and then it's filled me at some higher price. It eventually did fill me, but at a higher price. and then I'm, trying to bail on it and sell it as quick as I can to get out of it. And at that point, I'm taking a loss on it because it's moving against me. And I've had it happen where it says that I've got the shares and I can see them right there, but when I go to sell it, it says that I need to check the amount of shares available in my account. The number of shares doesn't match. And then I, look and I can see them right there live in my positions that they're there, but yet it won't let me sell them. So then I'm frantically hitting the cancel button and trying to get out of the position. It's just ridiculous. And that happens regularly, especially at market open when there's a whole bunch of traffic on their site. So been pretty frustrated with E-Trade. I mean, it's pretty crappy to lose $600 just because your platform is glitching and having all kinds of issues like that. That sucks. So as far as CMEG goes, they don't have that issue, and there's a lot to be said about that. It does cost more in commissions and fees, but they don't have a platform that I'm constantly losing money on because it's glitching out. I hit the buy button and it buys it immediately. There's no lag time. There's no issues. It just, gets executed. So I love CMEG as far as that goes. I have TD. I can't seem to find shorts. Was thinking about getting E-Trade or CMEG. Don't get E-Trade. At this point, I just can't recommend E-Trade. I've always loved them, and I've had them for over 5 years. Sang their praises, but at this point, they got rid of their scanner, which was a big thing that I loved, and it's gone. And then now their platform glitches all the time. And it's not my internet because I'm running CMEG, like I said, side by side, and that's working fine. So it's definitely their platform. And on one of my customer service calls where I was pissed off and trying to figure out how I could get my money back that they cost me, they admitted to me that they've been having platform issues and that the traffic that has been overwhelming them with the new amount of traders entering the market, et cetera, and basically they've been overwhelmed. Their platform's been overwhelmed, and they admitted that to me. But did they give me my money back? No. So I do not recommend E-Trade at this point. I would say you'd be trading one broker for equally crappy broker or worse broker if you went from TD to E-Trade at this point. So anyway, I would even with the commissions and things, I'd probably go with CMEG over E-Trade at this point for day trading. Let's see. CMEG, was that your cost per month? What was your cost per month? Why can't you do that, Eric? I can't even fund my CMEG account with 2 banks blocking my wire transfer. Weird. I'm still pissed about the E-Trade stuff. So let's jump back up here. What was my cost per month? What do you mean by cost per month? You mean what do I pay in fees, or what's the platform thing, or what do you mean? Because it's going to depend on how much you trade, how often you trade. With the promo code, I think it's $2.95 per side of the trade, up to 1,000 shares, and then it's 0.005 per share, I believe, over 1,000 shares. And then you have a $125 platform fee, and then ECN fees on top of that. It can really add up if you trade a lot. But the platform's $125 a month for Sterling Trader Pro from CMEG. Let's see. Bank of America said it can't send it without knowing the other side, the wire transfer fee. And Chase told me they will not allow me to transfer to them. Weird. Interesting. I had to go. My bank is Commerce Bank, and they have to go through a third party. I think it's Wells Fargo. Trader tax status is quite the gray area. I never have claimed trader status until, because I've always had a full-time job and done other, and my main income was not from trading. And this year might be different, but so far I've never claimed trader status because of that. This will be the first year. So far I have not worked another job. I've only traded and done YouTube and worked for my little brother's marketing company and done some stuff, but haven't been working an actual full-time job like I have every year for the last 19 years or whatever. So I have never done trader status yet, but maybe this year will be the first year. It's a pretty gray area. They say basically you're supposed to have your main income comes from trading, and then there's some other stipulations and things that it talks about. But one of the things that it talks about is your main income coming from trading, which has never been the case until possibly this year. So we'll see how the year shapes up and what I do throughout 2021. But so far, no, I have not. Open account with CMEG. So first, do I need to know if my bank transfer money to them from Argentina? I didn't. So, yes, I opened the account first at CMEG, and then I worried about wiring the money after that. That's just what I did. I don't know if it would be something you need to look into first or not, but for me, that's what I did. Thanks to those of you who hit the like button. I appreciate that. We got a few of us in the chat room, which is pretty cool. You guys chatting and talking. I like it. It's fun to converse. It's been a minute since I've been in here and been live and talked with anybody, so wanted to get back in here. It's kind of fun talking with you guys. Yes, CMEG's customer service isn't too bad. I didn't like it at first, but now I would say that they're better than E-Trade. I find with you can get a hold of them on the phone, and they respond fairly quick to emails also. So CMEG not too bad on the customer service. Let's see. What else? What else is going on? Anything else going on? Whoops. No. What's the overall market doing? There we go. Kind of fading off a little bit. Okay, DOS Trader Pro with TD Ameritrade now since I can't get CME right now. Hey, that's one of the good things that you already use DOS Trader Pro, and you can use that with CMEG. So hey, you don't even have to learn a new platform. When I switched, or when I opened an account with CMEG, I had to learn Sterling Trader Pro because I had only ever really used E-Trade. So some growing pains with learning how to use that platform. Oh, I'm in that process. There you go. What is magnet mode? I don't know about this magnet mode. It might be a DOS Trader thing or a TD thing. Never heard of it. Let's see. What else? Anything moving tonight? I just don't see very much going on. Not that exciting of an after hours. Nothing really moving big. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing, E-Trade? Mara still going pretty sideways. BTSI was the big one today, or one of the big ones. Man, that thing is still fading down. Earnings call transcript. Surprised that thing has gone all the way back down under 7. Crazy. I guarantee there's a lot of people holding bags now with 165 million shares traded on the day. Would have thought maybe that area might have held up, but so far not. Maybe right there. Maybe it'll bounce off of that low right there in the 684 area. Crazy. All the way from 10 bucks to under 7. Oh, let's see. Really good thing I'll have to learn. Magnet mode is when you try to connect 2 candles, the sticks. Interesting. You click near that stick and the line goes to the top of the candle. Huh. I have not heard of this. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to do a little research, figure out what that's all about. I always see this ad on YouTube. YouTube always plays me this ad for this some kind of trading I think it's an algorithm or something. But anyway, it does everything for you. I always wonder if that actually works. Like it does. It draws all your trend lines and Fibonacci's and all kinds of stuff. All you do is click on the chart once and it shows all that stuff without you putting it in there. I wonder how accurate that stuff is. I've been missing Dan though. YouTube hasn't been showing me the commercials for Dan, that guy that drinks the energy drink or whatever it is. He's kind of annoying. I used to see his commercials every single day on YouTube, and for some reason I haven't seen him lately. I wonder if he got shut down during all the SEC cracking down on people that have trading programs and are promising results or whatever. I know they've been cracking down on people. Webull has that magnet option mode, and it's really cool. Interesting. I think I'm going to open an account at Webull. I've been saying that for a while, but I think I'm going to try it just for fun, just because so many people have Webull accounts. So I might put like $1,000 in there or something just to try it out. Seems like a lot of people love Webull. something to, I don't know, just something different to try. And like I said, I'm really tired of E-Trade's bullshit, honestly. Really tired of them costing me money. You know, I'm good enough at losing my own money. I don't need E-Trade to help me lose money with their glitchy, crappy platform. Yeah, it's been super frustrating the last month or so. No longer can recommend them. I need to make a video about that, honestly, because some of my top videos are about E-Trade, and kind of feel like I don't know. I don't feel good about the fact that my top videos are about E-Trade, and at this point, I would not even recommend E-Trade. Not a fan anymore. I have a Webull account, and I really love it. You do? That's cool. I might have to try that out. A lot of my friends have Webull accounts. Do you have thanks for the likes, by the way, you guys are awesome. Do you have crypto? Can you do crypto with Webull? I can't ever remember what platforms you can do crypto with, but I've been kind of wanting to invest some money in some of the different cryptos and altcoins and all that. Can you do that with Webull or Robinhood, or I can't remember? Seems like somebody told me one of those platforms you could do crypto on. E-Trade, TD, and Webull. The worst is E-Trade. I didn't bite my tongue on the phone the other day either. My current favorite YouTube ad is the if you discount handyman is watching this ad, you paid too much. That is a good one. I've seen that one too. Webull has a good look and feel. I'm not sure if it's good for day trading. Yeah, that's the downside, is that I love scalping, and I've heard that, you know, Webull and Robinhood and some of those are not direct access. They're not, you know, lightning quick speed for scalping. So, but I could do that with, I mean, E-Trade isn't lately either. So I could just stick to doing that with my CMEG account and use the Webull for stuff that's not quite as time sensitive. E-Trade is horrible. So let's see, my favorite, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, forgot what I read here. 3 accounts, E-Trade, okay, E-Trade's the worst. I agree, E-Trade sucks. So Webull, you can do crypto? Awesome. That might just seal the deal for me. I might just have to get a Webull account if I can put some money in crypto through them. I already have money on Coinbase and do that also, but I would like to be able to do it, you know, same platform as stocks would be cool. Webull, if I could do stocks and crypto on there, it'd be pretty cool. I think it's free too, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't Webull free, commission free? Okay. Well, there's nothing really moving, nothing really exciting going on in the markets, so I suppose I'm going to get off of here in a second. I've enjoyed chatting with you guys. It's been almost an hour. I've been on here almost an hour. It absolutely flies by when I'm live on here. Need to go accomplish some things. Any OGs that watch this might remember me talking on live streams about my sewer backing up, and I was trying to fix it, and I did, and now it's backing up again. So yeah, I have the joy of, I'm gonna rent a machine and dig up my own sewer and replace the fittings in it. So gotta go price the machines and plumbing fittings and see what all that's gonna cost me. The joys of home ownership. On Webull, you can buy pre-market starting at 3 a.m. and they have the free scanner. That's pretty cool, the 3 a.m. Okay. That's one thing I've always wanted, is that, like, I can't, there's been so many times with E-Trade or CMEG where I have held overnight, or I've seen, you know, I've been holding a stock or a swing trade or whatever, and it's way up at 3, 4 a.m. and then by the time I can actually sell it or get out of it, it's down, you know, considerably from that. There's been many times that I'm like, man, these lucky people that can trade at 3, 4, 5 a.m. and here I am stuck in it all the way until 6 a.m. my time, and by then it's dropped a lot. So that might be worth it in itself. That'd be cool to actually be one of those people that can get in and out of stocks at 3 and 4 a.m. There's a lot of times I see stocks moving at that time, but I can't trade them. 3 a.m. Central is when I can see them. On CMEG and on E-Trade, I can see them moving at that time, but I just can't trade them at that time. Which anybody that, you know, has been in that position knows how frustrating that is. If you hold a stock overnight and you, especially if you're trying to grow a small account and you hold it overnight and it's way up and you can see it at 3 or 4 a.m. and it's way up and you're so excited about this big gap up, but you can see it fading down, and you just know that by the time you can actually get out of it, it's gonna be down close to where you got it at, and that happens so much. There's so many times that stocks gap way up and then fade down all the way till 6, 7 a.m. or open. It's frustrating. There's also been times that that's saved me, I guess. There's been times where I've been in a stock overnight, and if I had gotten out of it at 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, I would have made a little bit of money or took a loss or whatever, and then the stock ended up moving bigger when the volume came in at 6 and 7 and 8 in the morning. So sometimes it's saved me not being able to get out of it, but I think I'd prefer being able to have that choice. It's kind of cool. Anyway, got 10 people in here and 8 likes. Doing that's pretty cool. Not too bad. Almost 100 playbacks. I like it. I like being able to interact with you guys. I need to do this more often. So, and I might start going live throughout the day during market hours or pre-market, because there's definitely a ton of YouTubers doing that. So maybe I need to jump on the bandwagon and do that a little bit. I just honestly suck at trading when I'm trying to talk and concentrate on YouTube and the pressure of that and streaming all that and trading. Usually it doesn't work out very well for me. I struggle to make money every day as it is without all that pressure. So I don't know, but I might try it just for fun here and there. Anyway, unless you guys got anything, I'm going to get off of here. It's been over an hour since I jumped on. So, going to go maybe get a haircut and start working on figuring out my plumbing situation. Get that lined up so I can start digging up my yard in these nice days that are coming up. Can't wait for that. Going to be so fun. Love spending money and digging up my sewer and playing in my yard. That's awesome. Exactly. Trading alone, me too. You can make money from the donations. That's a good idea. You betcha. Thanks for joining me. Thank you all for joining in. I appreciate it. I've enjoyed speaking with you guys, and we'll do it again soon. And you guys are always free to hit me up in the comments or email me or anything if you have any questions or want to talk about stocks or anything. Just hit me up. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to respond to my emails because I get several of them a day. So it just depends on what I got going on. But anyway, I will respond sooner or later. Thank you all, and have a great evening. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.